Kindlekid Present Little Cloud. Written by Eric Carle and animated by Kindlekid. The clouds drifted slowly across the sky. Little cloud trailed behind. The clouds pushed upward and away. Little cloud pushed downward and touched the tops of the houses and trees. The clouds moved out of sight. Little cloud changed into a giant cloud. Little cloud changed into a sheep. Sheep and clouds sometimes look alike. Little cloud changed into an airplane. Little cloud often saw airplanes flying through the clouds. Little cloud changed into a shark. Little cloud once saw a shark through the waves of the ocean. Little cloud changed into two trees. Little cloud liked the way trees never moved and stayed in one place. Little cloud changed into two trees. Little cloud liked the way trees never moved and stayed in one place. Little cloud changed into a rabbit. Little cloud loved to watch rabbits dash across the meadows. Then little cloud changed into a hat, because little cloud changed into a clown and needed a hat. The other clouds drifted back. They buddled close together. Little cloud, they called. Come back. Little cloud drifted toward the clouds. Then all the clouds changed into one big cloud and rained. Thank you for watching the video. Kindlekid presents Slowly, 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 said the sloth. A beautiful story written by Eric Carle and animated by Kindlekid. Slowly, 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 said the sloth. Slowly, 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 a sloth crawled along a branch of a tree. Slowly, 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 the sloth ate a leaf. Slowly, 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 the sloth fell asleep. Slowly, 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 the sloth woke up. All day long, the sloth hung upside down in the tree. All night long, the sloth hung upside down in the tree. Even when it rained, the sloth hung upside down in the tree. Why are you so slow? The howler monkey asked one day. But the sloth didn't answer. Why are you so quiet? The Kaiman asked. But the sloth didn't answer. Why are you so boring? The anteater asked. But the sloth didn't answer. Tell me, said the jaguar. Why are you so lazy? The sloth thought, and thought, and thought, for a long, long, long time. Finally, the sloth replied, "It is true that I am slow, quiet, and boring. I am lackadaisical. I dawdle and idle idly. I am also unflappable, languid, stoic, impassive, sluggish, lethargic, placid, calm, mellow, laid back and, well, slothful. I am relaxed and tranquil and I like to live in peace. But I am not lazy." Then the sloth yawned and said, "That's just how I am. I like to do things slowly, slowly, slowly." Thank you for watching the video.
Kindlekid presents The Very Hungry Caterpillar, a beautiful story written by Eric Carle. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and, pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple. But he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears. But he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums. But he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries. But he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges. But he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night he had a stomachache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that he felt much better. Now he wasn't hungry anymore. And he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a mall house, called a cocoon, around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out and He was a beautiful butterfly. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe.
Kindlekid presents The Tiny Seed, a beautiful story written by Eric Carle and animated by Kindlekid. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind. But the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying. Very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down. On the ground, a bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still and the mouse does not see it. Now it is spring. After a few months the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by. The sun shines. Rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants. And that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry. But finally it too starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along and, oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? First there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. All summer long the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower and they sail, along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind. But the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe. Kindlekid presents the very clumsy Click Beetle. Written by Eric Carle and animated by Kindlekid. One fine morning a young Click Beetle decided to go for a walk. At noon it climbed up and down a flower. In the afternoon it rummaged through a pile of pebbles. In the evening it crawled among the tall blades of grass. And when it turned night the young Click Beetle crept up a tree. After a while it got tired and fell to the ground. It landed on its back. The young Click Beetle tried very hard to turn over onto its feet, but it couldn't. Help, it cried. All along, a wise old Click Beetle had been watching the young Click Beetle. Tomorrow morning I will teach you how to click and flip through the air and land on your feet, said the wise old Click Beetle. In the meantime you may as well go to sleep. Good night. The next morning the wise old Click Beetle said, "Look at me, this is how it is done." It flipped through the air and landed on its feet. "Now you try it," said the wise old beetle. "Thank you. That looks easy," replied the young Click Beetle. Just then an earthworm stuck his head up out of the ground. "Look at me," said the young Click Beetle. And with a loud click, it flipped through the air. But it landed on its back. "How very clumsy of me," said the young Click Beetle. Just then a turtle ambled by. "Better luck next time," said the turtle. "Keep on trying." "Look at me," said the young Click Beetle. And with a loud click, it flipped through the air. But it landed on its back. "How very clumsy of me," said the young Click Beetle. Just then a snail slithered by. "Don't worry," said the snail, "you'll get there." "Look at me," said the young Click Beetle. And with a loud click, it flipped through the air. But it landed on its back. "How very clumsy of me," said the young Click Beetle. Just then a mouse scurried by. "You need a little more practice," said the mouse. "Look at me," said the young Click Beetle. And with a loud click, it flipped through the air. And the young Click Beetle clicked and flipped through the air. But this time it did 3 graceful somersaults and landed on its feet. "Look at you," shouted the wise old Click Beetle. "You have done it." Thank you for watching the video.